Good morning, YouTube. I am in this Monday morning because I am going to be starting to decorate my classroom. I know last week I was showing you just some of the preliminary preparations. I finally got the furniture back to where I want everything to be for the most part. So now what I need to do is I need to actually hang up the decorations that I've been working on all summer long. So the first thing that I think I'm going to do is focus on the front wall of my classroom. Really the plan for the next week is just to do a little bit each day. So I'm going to focus on the front wall today, and I'll show you what I made. I don't know how it's going to go because this is really the first time that I've done something like this, but with a hot glue gun, who knows what can happen. I'm sure it'll go well. We'll see. That tends to stick really well to the cinder block walls. But I want to start with that because that's really the focal point of the room. And if I need to run out and get some like command hooks or something, then obviously I can go and do that. But yeah, really the plan is I'm going to just do a little bit each day. Teachers have to go back on Thursday and Friday for meetings and preparation. And then we actually start school on Tuesday with kids. So I'm going to get busy with kind of laying out what I think I want to put on the front wall there. And then of course, I'll go through it with you and show you what I made. So this is what I've been working on all summer. It's taken quite a bit of time, but I made a whole bunch of roses. And the reason why is because I hope to incorporate some visible thinking strategies and some social emotional learning into my class this year. So there's a strategy, and there's different versions of it. It could be roses and thorns. I've seen rose, bud, and thorn. But basically, it's something that I hope for the students to use as a tool to reflect. And so the plan is to actually put it on this front wall right here. So I'm going to like put it right up there, put it right up there. Basically, like I'm thinking I'll put it like right in the corner, but I'm not 100% sure. But at least I kind of like have an idea of what this looks like now. What I think I want to do is kind of like this will go on the side, like kind of the edge, like all the bigger ones, but then the smaller ones, like all of these will kind of go down the wall. And I think, I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but I think I'm gonna keep my scientists here, and I think I'm gonna keep the scientists that I have over here as well. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know, it might be a disaster. Like I said, this is the first time I'm doing it, but here goes nothing. Okay, this is my first one. I'm pretty happy with it. It was a lot harder than I thought. It definitely took me a little bit more time than I expected, but hopefully that'll mean it'll be a little bit easier to do the other set. That's what I'm hoping anyway, but I think it looks really nice. I'm not quite done. I want to put more like stuff along the wall there, but I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that either. So I think what I'm going to do, since I'm on a roll with doing the corners, I'm going to do the other corner on the other side of the board. Okay, here's the big reveal. So this is one side, which I think looks nice. And I do think the photos of the scientists actually look really nice with this. This side I'm not thrilled with, and I think it's because the blue frame is throwing me off a little bit. It's fine though. I think the flowers look great. I think it looks really cute. I didn't want it to be too overwhelming because the goal is the kids will actually write their reflection on a post-it note, and then they'll like post their reflection like here, so they could post it here on the other side. But I think this is a good start. But I'm not gonna lie, this took a really long time. Like I got here at 10:30 and it's already 12:30. So what I think I'm gonna do is I am going to take a break. I am going to eat some lunch because I'm pretty tapped out, and then I'll show you the next thing that I'm gonna do. Project number 2 for today is, well, actually I think I have 3 projects, but I'll show you a couple other things that I made. So you may remember last year I was talking about how I had my students sit in certain areas for testing, and I put like a piece of green tape to show where students should sit for tests. So I wanted to make something a little bit more official, something like that looked a little bit nicer. So what I did is I used just typical removable vinyl, and I made all of these little stickers to put on the actual like lab areas and where all those green pieces of tape are. I accidentally made them too big, so I was actually going to give this page to one of my colleagues. I just wanted to make sure that it would fit. So that is another thing that I wanted to do today. I did forget my scraper at home though, so I don't know if I'll be able to do this. I guess I could try using a credit card. I'll have to see if it comes off the transfer tape easily. But that's another thing that I'm going to do today. And then the final thing, this is my first larger than the mat project. I've never done this before, and so I wanted to just show you. So I saw this on, I think I saw this on one of the Cricut Facebook groups, I'm pretty sure. And this was so cute, and I was like, wow. So if you don't know already, I love cats. I have a cat. I've had 2 cats, 3 cats. I love cats. So I made a little cat head, and I made a little tail. Let me move this out of the way. And I made a little tail. It's going to go like that. Whoops. It's going to go like that. And then I made these cute little like little paws. And then, right, curiosity killed the cat. So I was going to just put little words that say, stay curious, because after all, we are in science class. So I was just going to do a little thing like this. Oops, this is probably the eye actually. So it's going to be like that and like that. And so I also bought these little eyes, which are just so awesome. Hold on, let me see. I don't think I can get it open. Hold on. So it's going to look something like that. And basically the idea is that this is going to be like the bottom portion. I'm just going to probably put it like on one of the cabinets. So it's almost as if it's just like peeking its head out. So I thought this is kind of funny, and the kids will probably get a kick out of it. I thought it was kind of cute. So I'm going to put this, like I said, on probably one of the cabinets. I just don't know which one yet. I was even like thinking like, oh, that might be kind of cool up there, but I already have the roses up there. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, unless I put it over the burette rack. That might be interesting. I don't know. I'll have to see where I end up putting it. I'm going to walk around and think about it a little bit more. It took some finagling, but I think I have the words the way I wanted them. I stopped the camera because I was like, this is going to take forever, but I think I'm pretty happy with it. I really like it. I think it's very cute, and it, again, shares my personality a little bit and what I love and enjoy, so I'm hoping that the kids like it too, but I think it looks really, really cool. Yeah, and incorporates, a little bit of science, right? Staying curious, and then of course, cats. So I think the kids will find it funny. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is put the testing seats arranged in the classroom area. Hopefully that won't take me too much time because I am running out of steam. And then after that, I think I'm just gonna go home. But I will be back here tomorrow, and of course I will check in with you guys and let you know what I'm working on tomorrow. I took the morning off, and I thought because I have a tech training class tonight at 6 o'clock, I would come in later. So it's about 3 o'clock right now. I still have some finishing touches that I need to put on my turnkey class that I'm teaching a little bit later. But what I do want to show you is another thing that I'm going to be adding to the front wall. I made a couple of things this morning, and so I thought I would show you that. And then if I have time, as long as I can make sure that I get my stuff done, I will also show you what I'm planning on doing with my bulletin board. So I'm going to unpack my stuff, and then I'll show you what I did. Okay, so last night night, I was thinking, I really like the way this one looks, but I'm not so keen on this side. I feel like this side needs a little bit more. So I did a couple things last night. So I made a couple more just like little like leaves, because I thought like they would look cuter on some of those roses. And then I made these cute little rosettes. They're even smaller. And then I really like the way the vines kind of cascade down on the side. So I'm going to put that on the side as well. And then, as I mentioned yesterday, I want to do like a quote like up there. So what I thought about is I thought this was a really good quote. So how you do anything is how you do everything. And so this is going to be placed up there. And so my goal for today is to kind of finish the front and then get this quote up there. And then I think I will be all done. The only other thing I'm thinking about doing is maybe doing like another rose arrangement over here after I put it up there, but we'll see what it looks like first. I don't want to do more work than I have to. Wish me luck. I am kind of nervous about making everything straight, but we'll see how it goes. So I just finished hanging that up. I think it looks pretty good. It might be a little too small, just a smidge, but overall it's pretty straight. It gets the point across. I'm gonna live with it for a while. I mean, it wasn't that hard to make, so if I decide it is too small, I can always make it a little bit bigger. I don't have any problem with the anything word and the everything word. It's just like the script looks a little tiny, so I might redo it. But for right now, I think it looks fine. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to finish up the last little roses and stuff on either section of the wall. So I'm going to finish that up, and hopefully I'll have to start my turnkey class. I have to make sure that that's ready to go. And then if I have any time left over, then I'll check in with you guys. But for right now, I'm going to finish up with those rosebuds, and then hopefully I'll be pretty pleased with that as well. Well, I got a lot done in a short period of time. It is about 3:50 now. So just to play it safe, I am just gonna work on my turnkey class. Any time left over, I actually have my Cricut with me. I brought it with me to school. I can kind of use that time to maybe start working on my bulletin board. But overall, I'm very pleased with the front wall. I think it looks really good. So much better than it did last year. At least there's something on there now. I don't know, I was happy to come in this morning and see that it didn't fall off the wall. I am slightly concerned about how well it'll hold up. I don't know. It definitely took me a long time yesterday to do all of this, but I'm hopeful that it'll hold up at least all year. If you have any tips on how to make sure that happens, let me know in the comments. But I'm gonna sign off for now. I might be back. We'll see. Finished having dinner, and I literally have 5 minutes until I have to teach, and I did redo this because it was just too small and I felt like you couldn't really see it. So I kept the anything and everything the same. I didn't do anything to that. All I did was just, increase, oops, sorry, I'm out of focus, increase the size of the how you do part. And I feel like it looks much better. So now I really am going to sign off because I have to start teaching my turnkey class, but I will be back in tomorrow and I'll check in with you then. Good morning, YouTube. I am in very early this morning because I just frankly could not sleep last night. I don't know if it's like the back to school jitters, I'm nervous, I don't know, but I could not sleep. So I am in today to hopefully get a jump start on my day. And that means, the earlier I come in, the earlier I can leave. So I did stay last night after my turnkey class, and I did make some stuff for my bulletin board. So the goal for me today is to work on my bulletin board. Now, This bulletin board is very different than anything I've done. I wanted to make it more interactive, and I'm not really sure how it's going to be received. I don't know if the kids are actually going to use it, but in my mind, I was thinking I could use this like more as like a calming corner. I've seen this for obviously like younger kids. And then also when I was on Facebook the other day, I saw like, I guess it's like a periodic table that students can color in, and it's like the size of a bulletin board, so it's gigantic. So that's what kind of gave me this idea to try and incorporate some, I don't know, just some relaxation in class. So I'll show you what I did, and I'm interested in what you think. So this is what I made. So these letters can all be colored in. So I just printed them on regular paper. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Chem Beasts and then 2020, 2023, and I'm going to put it right over there. I did make, I guess like a heavier duty backing, because I thought like if the kids are supposed to color this in, it would be a little bumpy, especially with the bulletin board, even though I have the paper on there. So I'm going to put this up there. I don't know if the kids are going to use it. In my mind, I kind of thought this would just be like something that they could do for a brain break. And then as I did last year, I'll take photos of the kids while they're like doing labs and fun activities, and I'll post them in the corner. So that's kind of my goal. Like I said, I'm not sure how it's going to go, but I thought it was a cute idea. And I thought this was just another way to let the students kind of make the classroom more of their own. I don't know if you saw, but when I was gluing, for some reason, and I swear I always have this issue with Cricut, and maybe I'm just like too new to it. For some reason it came out like that, but I know in Design Space it was like that, so I don't know what happened, but I improvised, and I don't think it looks too bad. Like I just cut it apart and then turned it around. So I'm gonna have to do that one separately, but I think overall it looks pretty good. And now I just have to hope that it fits up there. I think it will, but I want to center it and get my border up as well. I have to say, I'm pretty happy with this. The only thing that's missing is in the center here. I think I'm going to put like, I don't know, like a little flask or something, just something cute. But I really, really like this. So even if the kids don't want to color it in, I still think it looks really good. I'm kind of proud of myself. I am slightly concerned about this staying on. Last year I did have cardstock on here, but it was just like they were much smaller. They were smaller words. I'm wondering if this will actually stay on here. So what I might do is I might go home and I might get some of my craft bond, because I am slightly concerned. I guess I could use Elmer's glue, but I find that gets kind of dicey. I don't know. I have to think about it, but I think for right now it's going to stay where it is, but I love it. I think it looks really good. What do you guys think? Guys, now this is done. I am in love. I think it looks so good. I keep saying this, but I am so proud of myself. This is something that I've been thinking about, and like what to do. Now, the only other question in my mind is like, where am I going to put like the stuff to color with? So I want them to use color pencils. I don't want them to use marker. So I'm thinking what I'll probably do is maybe put like some colored pencils there. But I love it. I think that flask was a nice touch. I think it looks really great. And for back to school night, I'll have parents very early on in September, so at least this is done. And then again, what I'll do, kind of something similar to what I did last year, is like I'll put like pictures of the students like all throughout as the year goes on. So looks so good. I can cross another thing off the list, guys. Okay, so I've got a lot done and I'm very excited. I am not touching anything back here just yet. I mean, I'm not really 100% sure like what I want to do, and it's such a big wall. If anything comes to me, obviously I'll totally record it, but I think I'm gonna leave this vlog here for now. Tomorrow I'm gonna spend a lot of time just, catching up with my colleagues, making copies of things that I need. But man, I'm really happy with the way things turned out. I mean, I was really stressing over it because I've never really used Cricut for anything for my classroom before, but I think overall it looks really good. I hope you think so too. If you like what I did, please leave a comment down below. I'd be interested in what you think. As always, I want to wish you a wonderful rest of your weekend. If you haven't started school yet and you're about to start, I just want to wish you a wonderful first week back. As always, I will be checking in with you throughout the rest of the year. I am so excited to share all the things that I'll be doing with my students. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.